Hey there, I'm Coach Michael Burt. Many of you may or may not know me. I spent a decade of my life as a head women's basketball coach, kind of building this national powerhouse at the second largest high school in Tennessee. Along the way was using real interesting methodology I learned from studying some of the top business leaders in the world. And then at 25 years old, began writing books about that methodology of really what I called inner engineering people to win and building a competitive intelligence in people. When I started writing those books at 25 years old, unbeknownst to me, maybe with a little effort on my part, but not a lot, business people began to call me and ask me to speak to their managers, their sales professionals, their companies. And one book turned into two, and two turned into three, and three turned into four, and eventually 16 books later, that's what I do for a living, is coach some of the top business people in the world in how to get an elevation, whether that be the management team, the sales team, even operation teams. And then we have an individual coaching program called Monster Producer, where about 400 people are in that program, and I am their business coach, and for some of them, probably their life coach. But what I want to talk about in this video, I'm out looking at some commercial office space because I'm a big fan of real estate, is I want to talk about how to land big deals, how to land six-figure contracts. Because I'm going to be doing a webinar on this coming up on June 17th, I think. And you can click in the link to register for that. But from 20 to 30, I was building my primary skill. And that primary skill was understanding the psychology of winning, how to build teams, how to get performance, really how to activate the prey drive in a person. And at 31 years old, when I retired from athletic coaching, that's ultimately what companies were hiring me to do. Is at first it would be come in and speak to our people. Then they would say, we really like it. Then it would be, what would it cost to coach our people? And I quickly figured out that I could take the speaking and convert it into coaching. But the coaching needed to be ongoing, systematic, repetitive. I needed large amounts of content. I needed a methodology. I needed to move a statistic in the business. So I began developing management technology and curriculum. I began developing sales technology and curriculum. I began developing operational technology and curriculum, till eventually I began building out plans to coach everybody. My philosophy is predicated on coaching the whole person. The body, which represents skill and discipline. The mind, which represents knowledge, learning, growth. The heart, which represents prey drive and passion. And the spirit, which represents confidence, belief in something bigger. So right out of the gates, I start speaking when I retire. I really have a speaking business at 31 years old. I don't have a coaching business. I got a speaking business. I've got maybe 4 books out in the market. And I speak at this event, maybe a Rotary Club, something I spoke at for free, what I call the bad chicken circuit, where they serve you very lackluster chicken. But there was a business guy in there who saw me and said, come see me tomorrow. We need your help. This is in the middle of the recession. And he came in and said, look, I don't know what you're going to do, or I don't know what you got. I remember, like I said, I don't know what you got, but we need some of it. But what I had was enthusiasm. What I had was a methodology. What I had was an energy. What I had was a passion. What I had was a skill set that the company needed. Mindset, motivation, getting rid of old bad habits, restructuring, pushing people, challenging people. Like so many companies get this place, man. They win for so long, they win for so long, they win for so long, and then the market shifts. And then what they used to do no longer works. Like you can't just sit in your office and wait to sell a house. You can't just sit in your office and wait to sell insurance. You can't just sit in your office and wait to sell a mortgage. You can't just sit in your office and wait to sell anything in today's world. Online, too much competition, pricing. So I began believing, look, we can build a competitive intelligence. So I began coaching big home builders. And these were 6-figure contracts. I haven't been a business coach, for longer, literally, guys, than, I don't know, a year. Now I'm signing 6-figure contracts with banks, real estate companies, mortgage companies, to be their coach, healthcare companies. And I quickly figure out, here's what I need. I need curriculum. I need a structure. I need to be able to have a breadth and depth about me to be able to work with the CEO, to the management team, to the frontline workers, to the ops team. Like, I need all of this. I can't just have a one-trick pony, which is what so many people have. I can't just have a message or a book. I need a methodology. So I began developing out all this curriculum, all this deal, all these deals, and I began coaching companies over a 1-year cycle. And we would get ridiculous results. Some of that was qualitative, meaning you couldn't measure it, but you could feel it. Culture was better. People were moving in a positive direction. Coach people always outperform uncoached people. So my methodology began to work, and the more it worked, the more contracts I got. And I really took a speaking business and turned it into a coaching business. Now we can do it online. Now we can do it via Zoom. But in this workshop, I want to show you exactly how this works in this June 17 webinar I'm doing. I'm going to show you how I get a speaking engagement, turn the speaking engagement into products that we can sell for residual that's in alignment with the topic, and then how do I move that to a 6-figure agreement? How do I land a 6-figure contract? Then how do I deliver a 6-figure contract? And how many can you deliver at one time? And how do you scale this? So if you're out there and you're a speaker, coach, author, you got a message, maybe you're dabbling, maybe you got a book you don't know how to sell. I've been there, man. I've been there. Over the last 20 years, there's just strategies I've learned. And thank God, I've been coached by some of the best people in the world. I've been there where I didn't know how to sell it. I've been there where I didn't know how to deliver it. I've been there where I lost millions of dollars because I didn't know what I was doing. I mean, 90% of what I've tried, it's not worked, but the 10% or 15% that I've tried that has worked, which has helped me to get where I am today. So what I want to do is share that with you. June 17th is the date. It's a webinar, it's free. I'm going to show you how to land 6-figure contracts without being a coach for 10 years, okay? Then I'm going to show you how I sign 6-figure contracts right out of the gate, only to get scared 3 years in and start signing smaller contracts, which is the craziest thing in the world. Like, I actually began to believe that they wouldn't pay 6 figures, that they would only pay this. And so I began to lower my fees 3 years into it. That's called a consideration. I'm going to tell you how I remove that. How to get paid what you think you're worth. How to get paid 10, 12, 15, 20,000 a month. I've had contracts that have been as much as 20 to 25 to 30,000 a month. So I'm going to show you how to land 6-figure contracts without being a coach forever. So click the link. Get this. It's free. It's me and an hour breaking this down, what took me 15 years to learn, guys. Mistakes, everything. I want to help you. This could significantly grow your speaking coaching business, or just get you started in the business. Coach Michael Burt. I believe everybody needs a coach. Allow me to coach you on this one concept. I promise you, it'll be worth it.